This is Daddy from Busy Daddy Cooks. Today we are stir frying minced pork with mushrooms. This dish will allow you to practice your knife skills. We will be cutting all our ingredients into a medium dice of about 1 cm cube. If you would like to know more about basic knife handling skills, I have a video on this. The link is in the description below. Let's start with the mushrooms. I have here about 250 grams of fresh shitake mushrooms. The stems are pretty hard, so cut them away. Then, dice these mushrooms into about 1 cm cubes. You do this by cutting them into 1 cm strips, then into 1 cm cubes. Your mushrooms will be more difficult to control if you have the top or the round side down. It's always easier to cut with the flat side or the bottom side down, so that the mushrooms will not be moving around. Next, peel and dice a small carrot, again into 1 cm cubes. In culinary school, we were taught to cut carrots into batons, then into a medium dice. You do this by cutting off the 4 sides of a carrot to square it off. Then cut them into cubes. These cubes look great in a dish, but I find that they are too much wastage. As home cooks, we just need to cut our mushrooms and our carrots up into roughly 1 cm cubes. They need not be perfect. Something like this will be good enough. If you have carrots that are on the thinner side, like mine here, you will not be able to get them into perfect cubes. Don't worry about it. Just cut them up into approximate cubes. Now, why would you want to cut everything up into similar sizes? In this case, 1 cm cubes. This is because you want all your ingredients to cook evenly, and it makes for a more pleasing presentation. For the aromatics, dice up 1 onion, again into 1 cm cubes. Cut away the top, split it in half, and remove the outer skin. But leave the root end intact. This root end will keep the onion together while you dice. Make 1 or 2 horizontal cuts. Then, cut down on the onion about 1 cm apart. Lastly, dice the onion into 1 cm cubes. Next, finely dice 1 teaspoon of ginger. Slice up a few slices of ginger into about 2 mm slices. Stack them all up and cut them into strips, or julienne them. Line all these strips up and cut them into a fine dice. Chop up 2 cloves of garlic. Nothing fancy here, just give them a rough chop. For this dish, we will also need some chili bean paste or 豆瓣酱, and of course, our minced pork. For the sauce, mix together 200 ml of water with oyster sauce, soy sauce, dark soy sauce for the color, Chinese cooking wine, and some sugar. We will also need some cornstarch slurry to thicken up the sauce. So mix together 2 teaspoons of cornstarch with 2 tablespoons of water. Now to stir fry. Put your pan over a medium heat. When it's hot, add in 2 tablespoons of oil. And when the oil is hot, add in your aromatics. That's the onions, the ginger, and garlic, together with the carrots. Fry all this for about 30 seconds to a minute till they are fragrant. Add in the minced pork. Break the minced pork up as you're frying it. Fry the pork till it turns white. Add in your chili bean paste or 豆瓣酱. Then, add in your shitake mushrooms. Give all this a good mix. Pour in the sauce. Bring the sauce to a boil. Then, lower the heat to a simmer. Cover. Cook the minced pork and the mushrooms till most of the water has been absorbed. This will take about 3 to 4 minutes. When there's only a little sauce left in the pan, thicken the sauce with some cornstarch slurry. Give your cornstarch slurry a good stir, as most of the cornstarch would have settled at the bottom by now. Pour in half of your cornstarch slurry and give the dish a good mix. If the sauce is not thick enough, pour in the rest of the cornstarch slurry. Taste and adjust for seasoning. When it is the way you like it to be, turn off the heat and finish the dish with a splash of sesame oil around the sides of the pan. Mix the ingredients up well, and we are done. This is stir-fry minced pork with mushrooms.